Thanks to Windows and automatic updates and passwords. I don't know why we have a password. We haven't even bothered with a password on the laptop at the studio. I can't get into the laptop to read tips. So I can't read tips tonight. I'd be delighted to otherwise. Can't do it. Can't do it, would love to. I'm sure I'm going to have to repeat that information 8 times tonight. Thank you, Windows, and for your automatic update crap. Alright. So, I got the Dead Rising 4 here. It's a Rich Evans not quite solo stream. What?
Who?
Yeah, who? Exactly who? You need to explain this shit. I'm not gonna do it. I'll figure out who you are on their own, or you can say it. I don't care. I'm not doing it.
I'm the cleaning lady.
You're a cleaning lady?
Yeah.
That's what you're going with?
Yeah.
I approve. I approve. What am I playing? Oh, you know what? I should probably...
Video game.
I'm playing a freaking video game.
What does it look like?
I'm playing... Rich is irritated at Windows for forcing an update and a restart and, not letting me get at the damn laptop. That's what I'm pissed about. Can't read tips tonight. Sorry. It's terrible. Thank you, Windows. Thank you, Windows, once again for doing such a fine job at fucking everything up. Thank you. Yeah. Thank you.
In other news, Carrie Fisher is still dead. Sorry.
That's an old joke. Well, with someone else.
Yeah.
What did it used to be on Saturday Night Live? So-and-so was still dead? What was the bit?
I'm not sure. Kennedy? I have no idea. That show's been going so long that people who were born when it started are old.
Yeah. All right. There, everything's good. Everything's good. All right. We might need to turn that volume down a bit more. Can you read the chat from here? I'm going to be playing the game. Why don't you get over where you can read what they're saying?
That sounds like a good
Yeah.
idea. Not that watching you isn't the biggest thrill of mine. Kidding! I have never seen this game, so I'm kind of looking forward to seeing what Zombies 12... Wait, let me pull my chair up. I want to put my feet up.
Alright.
Your Diet Coke.
Whoa. Give me a mouse. What's it doing? What's it doing?
I pushed one of the 74 buttons on the side of it when I picked it up.
Alright. Do you not have...
No Planet Coaster today. But Planet Coaster released an update the other day and it had all kinds of cool Christmas stuff and it was like the best Christmas present for Planet Coaster.
That was more the other day, wasn't it?
Yeah, I guess it was like 2 weeks ago. I had a whole gingerbread themed set. And bumper cars.
Why isn't the controller working? Maybe it'll work in game.
This is Dead Rising 4.
This is the new Dead Rising that just came out. That everyone hates.
Yay, other Sam. Can you hear me now? They say they can barely hear me. Is this better?
Oh, I said always go too quiet.
I know.
And now, you know what? It might not be on.
Hey, who's
Blah,
there?
blah, 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 blah. Not like the brazen giant of Greek fame with concrete limbs astride from land to land here at our almighty women with the torches. Okay.
Is the game just drowning her out? Oh, am I supposed to be playing it?
They said the audio is pretty loud. The audio of me or the audio of the... They said the game is too loud and Rich is quiet. That's a first.
Alright.
To hear, one only needs to listen. This is true.
Well, I can't use the gamepad in the menus.
Karen volume is good. Game is a little loud, but not terrible. Rich is question mark, question mark, question mark.
What does that mean? Quiet or loud?
I don't know. That says, it's so loud.
What?
They're saying they can hear me. I'm not sure they can hear you. I have not actually gotten around to playing Parkitect a whole lot yet. I've actually, to be honest, been kind of like... I recently picked up, a little bit late to the party, Animal Crossing New Leaf, and I've kind of been geeking on that. And I've also been playing some of the new Super Mario.
You've been going nuts with the Animal Crossing.
I have. They said you are officially quiet, and that the game is a bit loud.
Am I normal now? Am I me?
Game 15, Rich 8, Karen 11.
Well, I just changed things. How is it now?
How the fuck was our Christmas? My Christmas was okay.
Nobody thought to give me anything.
Your present hasn't come yet, unfortunately.
Nobody got me anything.
I got you. Your uncle got you a giant vat of cheese. We went down to visit my family for Christmas, and his family. And, he drove over with his brother to go see his uncle, and his uncle made, like, this... He showed me a picture of it, this giant vat of, like, tater tots and cheese. Like, I think it was about half a gallon of cheese.
Yeah.
I'm not even exaggerating, possibly a little bit
more. How much health do I have?
After eating all that cheese, probably not that much. But, and my dog tried to kill him. With love.
The dog always does.
Yeah, my parents have a 120-pound collie mix who loves people, especially loves Rich, and almost knocked him down the stairs.
Yep.
Final girl. The second one.
Such a hurry to follow me where I was going, I got knocked down the stairs.
Mm-hmm. Wherever you're going, I don't know where you're going, but I want to go there. You're gonna do stuff. It's more interesting than sitting around here looking where the balls used to be. They want to know if you're fellating the mic. No.
Am I too loud now? What is going on with the sound? I need feedback.
Game 8, Rich 20, Karen 10.
Well, now I'm too loud, of course.
They said you're so loud it feels like you're caressing their bones.
I'm too quiet. I'm too loud.
Mic is very low, Rich. Figure out volumes. Rich, please stop raping my ears. Oh, you know you like it.
Alright. How is this? How's the game now? What was the last tally?
Too loud. You're saying too loud, but what's too loud? You need to be more specific. Because if everything is too loud, you can just turn your computer volume down.
Alright, what is working right now?
Shit quality of what?
They're not going to say anything helpful.
No, I don't know if they're saying Karen ew because I was saying about my dog licking where his balls used to be, or because the audio quality sucks. Just lower game volume, little low on Rich. Better now, it's fine.
I am one step away from fucking here.
I think the consensus for the most part is that it's acceptable on all counts. Also, do you really need to hear the sound on this? It's just crash, crash, crash.
Why is this so fucking gray? Why am I following ghosts? And I have to turn the sound down so much, I don't even know what's going on.
What's to know? It looks like you're running around hacking zombies with a battle axe. Game's good, Karen's good, Rich's good. Good. You hated La La Land, by the way. Is that about Los Angeles or something? I need to look that up.
I'm assuming with the title, it's something to do with L.A.
We're gonna see that Disney Moana or whatever.
That's what you wanted to see, yeah.
And we went to Christmas Day, but to the theater, but it was like there were only like 2 seats left, and they were in the front row, and we were like, I don't think so. And she's like, but they recline, so that helps. And we're like, thank you anyway.
It helps, maybe, but it didn't sound good.
Side effects to the rest of the game. No, no, no!
Yeah, I know. Not my greatest.
Yeah, where did the ghost come from? And like, if you're a zombie, do you have a ghost, or is your ghost still stuck inside zombie you? Does the soul or the spirit or whatever reside still inside the zombie? Because they're not exactly dead; they're kind of undead.
Gonna say no.
Okay, I've heard great things about Moana. It wasn't the right time to see it, apparently.
Yeah, I may have overestimated by 4 or 6 zeros.
Now they say the game audio is too low.
Yeah, well, that's what it's gonna be. I get so much bitching.
He's crabby today. We unfortunately can't read tips because the computer decided it needed to do the laptop decided it needed to do some kind of weird Windows update, and
Mandatory.
and at some point,
I don't have the
yeah, at some point Jack
here.
put a password on it, maybe, and we don't know it, and he's off doing family stuff or something, and his phone is apparently not.
He's on vacation.
He's on vacation.
He's
Yeah.
very out of town.
Yeah.
This is horrible so far.
I see fire, a lot of and inexplicably ghosts. And everything is grayscale. It almost looks like you're playing it on a black and white TV. Except I see a little bit of red. And some bright blood in the corner. Now everything's blue scale, kind of. We did text Jack for the password, but he's out of town. He's with his family. He's with his extended family doing their stuff.
He hasn't got back to me. His phone's like off or something.
Doing holiday stuff. I don't know where Jack is. Jack is not here. Jack's with relatives. I'm pretty sure he hasn't left the country. Jack's password is creepy clown. You know, it might be. Or bozo, or... Nah, I have no idea. This is Resident Evil 6 of Dead Rising.
That means absolutely nothing to me, but...
There's a Resident Evil 6?
There's like 7 or 8.
Good God. Nah, I think the password is Dooma Dooma Dooma.
Doom it up.
Doom it up.
I was playing that last night.
I love that video. I love that.
I love Doom.
Oh, you're playing Doom. I thought you were playing that Dooma Dooma.
Well, I
Dooma.
did that too, actually.
Whoever did that is brilliant.
Doom was fucking great.
No, I mean the music thing. Yeah, Doom the game is pretty good too. I haven't played that in a while though.
I don't personally put much stock in like Game of the Year awards, but I'm not sure if I would give it to Doom or XCOM 2. I'm really not.
You don't mean Doom original Doom. You mean
I mean
new
no,
Doom.
the new Doom. I'm not sure which one would be my game. Is this Frozen? Is this shit Frozen? Oh. Can you hand me the keyboard?
We are having technical difficulties.
Is the stream working?
Can you hear me now? I don't think so.
Oh god.
Oh, wait.
What?
Somebody, I just saw the stream move. They said, yeah, they can hear me.
Yeah, but the game's not doing anything.
Well,
Oh god, this fucking Windows Store shit. We're putting everything to Windows 10, and we're gonna do it. You know what? We're gonna do a half-ass job and expect people to love it.
Yeah, Windows sucks. Windows has sucked for
Oh,
25 years or so.
Jesus Christ, Microsoft. This is great. This game is great. I love this loading screen.
It's so generic.
Wow, this loading screen is great. Worth the price of admission.
It's some dude in a jacket with a lot of pockets.
It's not Frank West because his voice is weird and completely different.
Oh, Windows.
All right, we're gonna restart the game if we can.
Mini golf night? Is there mini golf in this game? Can you like mini golf zombie heads into
Well, no,
golf balls into zombie eye sockets?
No, we
or-
can't. We can only look at this loading screen.
Aw.
That is all we can do. Oh, Windows not letting me get to Task Manager. All right. Oh, this is lovely. This is lovely.
Oh, it's Windows protecting you from yourself. At least that's the theory.
All right.
It's only a loading screen if it's actually loading. Yeah, it's a freezing screen.
Thank you.
You're out of pecan pie? That is bad news. Pecan pie is really good.
Yes, I did warn everybody about technical difficulties because I knew that this is one of those
We has
Win
them.
10 store games, and I know how wonderful all of their half-assed Xbox One ports have been, technically speaking.
That's just because they spend their entire budget on DRM instead of actually making anything else work.
I don't know. Are we back in the nightmare? Oh, dear. Oh, good. Now skip this. Skip this and get to the... Oh my god, it loaded. 2021?
Almost heaven, West Virginia. Is that country road?
In the neck?
I tripped.
You sucker punched the president in the
That's all
neck?
I'm doing.
How is everyone doing?
Like an asshole, don't you?
Skip the cutscene. This cutscene's probably the best part. So far, all I've seen other than the cutscene is somebody mowing through an endless pile of zombies.
Where are we going anyway?
Thank you.
Just hear me out.
Blame 2016. I thought we were all supposed to die 4 years ago when the Mayan calendar blew up.
I love mini
Oh, we're talking about Carrie Fisher now? And Carrie Fisher's mother? And her pet?
There's this secret military.
She has a pet?
And her daughter?
Is it a Wookiee?
The whole family's just gonna start dying.
They're doing illegal
Oh, no.
scientific research.
Turn the car around.
Human
Thank you.
experiment.
So what's the grand finale for 2016?
Well, let's see. Leonard Cohen's already dead, and George Michael and Prince and
Here's my prediction. Here's my prediction. I have a prediction. Here's
Okay.
here's how the year of death has to end because it's got to escalate, right?
sure.
It's gonna be Trump.
Who better to learn than the world?
He's gonna be assassinated on New Year's Eve.
Oh,
He's gonna be at some kind of New Year's Eve party thing,
don't jinx it. I mean,
and he's gonna get assassinated. That's gonna be the
I don't
grand
wish
finale.
that on
I'm not
anybody.
rooting for that. I'm just saying, how do you end this amazing 2016 with a bang? What's the grand finale?
I mean, I know there was a president who who caught like pneumonia or something at his inauguration and died not too long after, but I don't know if there have been any president-elects who haven't survived to take office. That would be a first. Oh yeah, Florence Henderson.
Yeah, that's not the grand finale. And she's well, when did she go?
Recently-ish. And the FBI is listening to this chat. Yeah,
I
William
don't
Henry Harris.
advocate it.
Listen. Guys
Maybe
like Trump
maybe
are giving
Hillary will commit
120.
suicide, and that's how 2016 ends. She'll commit suicide on New Year's Eve.
Oh. Clint Eastwood, yeah, he's up there.
The
Mick Jagger and Keith Richards are gonna live forever.
Bill is due for a heart attack. He hasn't had good health for a while.
Bill Clinton?
Yeah.
That's true. Well, he had heart disease when he was in office.
Right.
Is Rich even his real name, though? Is that your real name? What's your real name? He's not going to tell me, I guess.
Spiro Agnew.
Oh, jeez.
Are they still talking?
Yeah. Who, the
The
chat?
game.
Oh,
I just looked over.
Yeah.
They're still talking.
Little Miss Uncanny Valley with the freckles is... Is that a guy? It is a girl, right? I think it's got boobs.
Bill Clinton's been in great health since his bypass. Okay.
I hope he lives to be 100.
Look, I'm just trying to figure out how 2016 ends. You had a comment that I thought was that on Facebook, or where was that?
Which one?
All the celebrities that have died in 2016, and you said...
Oh, what I said wasn't very nice.
I don't care.
Dear, somebody else said it in the chat already. Dear 2016, you forgot Paul McCartney. I have this theory that the Beatles have been dying in reverse order of talent. Although, you could argue whether or not, Harrison might have been better than Lennon, but...
So you really don't like Paul McCartney?
He's kind of obnoxious, and he's got that new song. And they're just what I have against him in recent years is that at my last job in Illinois, they were playing this really, really bad hit song by him. It's like, talking about freedom. It's just this horrible, bad, calculated anthem. And, because it was on the Muzak, so I got to listen to it like 5 times a day. The real Paul is already dead. I thought Paul was a walrus anyway.
There's no run in this game. Unless this game tells me when I have to run, which is kind of annoying.
Yeah, Ringo will live forever. But he's kind of harmless, He just has this little no, I don't, and no more song.
X doesn't walk. Y doesn't run. B doesn't run.
Why does he walk like he's got a diaper on?
He might. He's getting old. A jumps. A doesn't run. X punches. X doesn't run. That's the camera.
Hasselhoff, yeah.
That's duck mode, which...
Duck.
I don't know why I'd want to use duck mode much.
I only want to use duck
in a Dead
mode if it gives me a
Rising game.
beak and wings. The freedom song isn't Paul, is it? Yeah, I think it is. I will fight for the right to live in freedom.
I have no option to run. That's annoying. This is the section where you walk and you're not allowed to run. They can fuck themselves.
Mandatory stealth action, Rich. I think they did a good job with the fabric of his clothing. Speed somersault.
Now what?
It opens a door nearby. Come on.
Okay, just slow down, Nancy.
So he's just kind of strolling around making random fists at nobody.
Well, I'm not impressed so far.
Well, Fight for the Right to Party is definitely a better song. They said to try a barrel roll.
Hey, get down.
Oh shit.
Paul McCartney wrote a pretty bad Christmas song, yeah. But then that, honestly, that Merry Christmas War is Over thing is kind of overrated too. So both Lennon and McCartney wrote bad Christmas songs.
Didn't the Beatles do a Christmas song? No?
None comes to mind,
None.
but maybe.
I saw. Look, you just calm down a bit.
Maybe I'm thinking about Jingle Bell Rock.
Leave without it.
I don't
Who
think
did
that
Jingle
was,
Bell Rock?
I don't know, but it wasn't the Beatles, I don't
Sure,
think.
Sure.
I heard something.
Yeah, Simply Having a Wonderful Christmas Time was part of the Muzak at my old job. Basically, they went with all secular Christmas songs, and since there aren't that many of them, each one had like 5 versions, of Santa Baby, Hump Me Down the Chimney Tonight, and 5 versions of Jingle Bell Rock, and of course the worst, all instrumental version of the 12 Days of Christmas. It's the same thing over and over again, but each time it gets a little bit longer.
I have to switch to the mouse to take accurate pictures, which is weird.
I'm not impressed with this game so far. Simply hating a horrible Christmas rhyme. Yeah, that works. Oh, the Beatles did Christmas Time is here again, yeah. All I Want for Christmas Is You is pretty bad.
All I want for Christmas is you. That's a fine song.
Ooh, baby.
What?
That's the problem with that song. It's not just All I Want for Christmas Is You. It's like, ooh, baby. Ooh. It's there's little interludes.
Right. Whatever. You don't like Santa Baby either.
Not really. I don't like the saccharine, squeaky little. Come on, Santa baby, and love me down the chimney tonight.
Frank, it's a zombie.
No shit.
Now, if I want to listen to some Christmas music, I'll listen to "'Tis the Season for Lost Straitjackets," surf punk instrumental Christmas music. It's quality shit.
I've mentioned them before.
That is my favorite Christmas music. I mean, I do like some of the old classics, like "Do You Hear What I Hear" and "The Little Drummer Boy" by whoever does the classic versions, but that instrumental surf punk Christmas music. Oh, and Low, their Christmas album is beautiful. They have a Christmas EP, the band Low.
What if I just turn the mouse off? That would be so weird then. No, then I can't do anything in the menu. Once again, Windows has done a shitty job on a console port. Terrible, laughably terrible
If
job.
you're looking for a song to cheer you out of a Christmas depression, how about what's the name of that song? Oh shoot, Christmas Eve can really kill you. I believe it is. It's a song about somebody trying to hitchhike on Christmas Eve and no one will stop. It's the Everly Brothers.
Hey, warn a guy.
I did.
Michael Bolton, he's still alive. 2016. I like Grandma Got Run Over by a Reindeer, but I'm under the impression that it was deeply and utterly overplayed when it first hit the scene, and that everyone who is old enough to remember that is forever sick of it. There's also a Grandpa Got Assaulted by a Mobster version, which is kind of cute. That is a really big wrench. A really comically large wrench.
Do I not switch between weapons in this one? How do I use those health items?
They did a good job on his hair.
How or for one, make up your mind icons on whether or not I'm using a controller or not.
Yeah, this game has the color scheme of a condemned basement.
Wonderful port. This is a wonderful port.
It's like the color they painted the halls in my high school. It looked like a submarine. Remember that? When they painted all the halls gray?
Where?
In our high school.
No.
Yeah, they painted like the hallways like this. I must have got a deal on cheap paint or something. And they painted them like this medium gray, and they look like a submarine. Yeah, that thing would have to be for comically large bolts. Doesn't his arm get tired? Doesn't he get tendonitis?
It's a video game.
Oh, good. He's getting eaten. Nope, not eating enough. Aren't all high schools a little bit creepy? So is this supposed to be a hospital or a prison?
A military base or something. Not having paid attention to any of the cutscenes, I'm going to assume they turned the town from the first game into some kind of zombie experimental military base quarantine zone experiment town.
Which always works terribly.
That's gonna be my guess, but I don't really know.
Mick, I forgive you. This is way better than mini golf.
I mean, you know that your corpses are going to reanimate. You know that the disease is fatal. Why would it be that hard to eliminate it?
It was them or me.
They usually want to turn it into a weapon or something stupid.
Bingo.
Some kind of laboratory?
A landscape of the school. Actually, our high school, after we graduated, I don't know who painted it, but they painted this, like, awesome, like, tiger thing coming out of the wall on the outside of the building. It looks really nice.
Look at what's going on with the icons. Look at that.
You gonna shoot that or what?
Yeah, you're right. It probably would cost tennis elbow. With the wrench. Will Rich return to his high school to give an inspirational speech? That would be so awesome.
Our fans aren't in high school.
I think you're most of your fans are like 20s, 30s, 40s more than high school, but I don't know. Anybody here still in high school? What is Rich Evans' darkest secret?
What is my darkest secret? You'd know.
I don't know, I'm thinking. He doesn't really have a lot of secrets.
Pretty out there.
Yeah.
Pretty open.
You're gonna take a picture of that, right?
I mean, he already tells people that he accidentally almost set his house on fire, and he insulted an old lady asking how old she was, and
Never gonna let that go.
no, I'm not. That was great. It truly was.
Alright, why is my camera not working? Oh god. This is a shit port. They did not get these controls right at all. Like, why is that... why is it jumping? Why is it jumping?
Oh, they say that your laugh is fake. No, his laugh isn't fake. It bubbles up from somewhere.
This stuff suppresses zombies.
Oh, the secret is that Rich has a bald spot? That's secret?
Parasite now. Shit. Where do they even get these zombies?
Look, we don't need all
If you're still in high school, I have one thing to say. After high school, get a job where you don't have to ask permission ever again in your life to go pee.
Thank
And anyway, high school isn't half as bad as junior high. At least for me. They want you to play Rocket League. I think they mean League. It says Rocket Leg.
So after the prerequisite
That'd be awesome if you had like one leg that had a rocket in it. Check the keyboard and mouse. Seems the button on the keyboard and mouse are being pressed while you use the controller. Previously recorded live. Since the tips aren't working, just wanted to say hi to Rich and Karen. And also, Rich loved the Best of the Worst Christmas episode. Sorry for your pain, though. Future Christmas ideas, Santa or suspense, Rudolph or rampage, tinsel or terror. Thanks for all the entertainment.
I kind of just want to do Christmas or Canada again, honestly.
This is some kind of surveillance room. Come on, let's take a look.
Physically, she's symptom-free. Now, that's a big improvement. Otherwise, no change.
I think high school might be the best part of life for some people. I don't think it is for the majority of people.
What the client is expecting is
You don't have to worry about going to work. Yeah, some people do.
requires a lifetime of
Yeah.
research. Now, the progress you see is
If you can't meet the deadline, Doctor, you'll be replaced.
What should our power couple name be? I thought we already had one. Richard.
Experimenting on zombies. Imprisoning them. But what for?
For observation. They're trying to create.
Have you seen the Trailer Park Boys, Rich? They're asking.
No.
I don't even know what that is.
Whoa, whoa. We get the story, we get out, we get paid. That's what we do. That's all we do.
Why does the camera do that? That is so
Something
awful.
you want to say?
Always.
Yeah, Mario, I enjoyed high school for the most part. Carriage, that works too.
Look, I'm a PC gamer at heart, but Dead Rising is totally a game that's a controller game. It wants to be a controller game, and the controller controls for this are just fucked.
Raring to go.
Absolutely fucked. Mouse as always, you can look around smoothly, but I mean,
Frank.
The graphics are dismal. If I want to look at gray skies, I can just go outside. This is Milwaukee in December.
it's like glitchy. Just looking around
Oh,
with
congratulations on your master's in math.
looking around with the right stick is just glitchy. Look at this.
Yeah, it's like
It
popping
teleports
from
every now and
position
then.
to position.
That is so wrong. Yeah, it's struggling between two inputs, and I really don't know why. There's nothing in the menu. All right, for some reason hitting Y brought me to the menu windows. There's no option to shut one or the other off. Options. Controller. It just tells me what the controls are.
Why don't you play something else? You're not
Chat, again, we had a vote, and this won the vote.
okay. They want to know, didn't they find a cure for zombieism in the third installment? Did they?
When does this take place relative to that, though?
Oh, that's true. Is it in terms of the timeline, is it before or after? Tell Rich we're all fine with ditching the vote.
Shit, this door is code locked.
You can
I know I'm fine.
Spectrum analyzer.
Let me guess. You messed with my camera again, right?
You're a quick one.
Hey Rich, just wanted to personally thank you and the guys for signing my RLM poster. It was a Christmas gift for a friend and we both had a shitty year, so it put a huge smile on our faces. Please read so I feel like someone that matters.
What they saying?
I think I wasn't supposed to read this, you were. They said thanks for signing their poster. It put a smile on their faces because they had a crappy year, and please read so they feel like someone that matters. But I read it, and I'm not sure that I matter, so.
No problem.
I want to know if they could straw poll for something else. I would be fine with that. I'm sure this game's trying to be gritty, realistic, and manly. But it's gray and
The problem is
dull and...
the problem so far is this is a shitty port.
Like, I remember you playing the first game,
It's great.
and, you know, there was just, you were sitting there and you're, like, chugging orange juice, and you're going and you're putting on silly costumes, and you're running up and down the stairs, beating on zombies and jumping in the fountain.
Yeah.
And this is all just, like...
I'm assuming we get to a
Dismal.
fun area sooner or later because that's the series. I assume.
Never seen a zombie freak out like this before.
Karen Lives Matter.
Yeah. And the
I think
only
they're
reason
all pretty much saying
this chamber.
that they're sorry. Are you sorry that you voted like you did? Another cutscene. Oh boy. I mean, they did a good job of gritty and industrial looking. The thing is, everybody else has been doing that for 10 years. Just not impressed. They want to know how many iterations of Christmas and blank did you go through when you got to Christmas and Crocodiles?
Holy shit.
What? Honey, what?
This is some atrocious.
How many iterations of Christmas and blank did you go through till you got to Christmas and Crocodiles? Lion Brain and Lingonberries?
You don't actually care what
Well, the problem is we couldn't really find anything that had a catchy name to it. We were trying for a while, like, I don't know, less than an hour, but I don't remember how many things we went through. We went through a bunch. And there was tape on the shelf that just said crocodile. I'm like, yeah,
Oh, I thought it was
starts-
a reference to the whole crocodile
starts
brain
with
thing.
a C. No, it wasn't. It really wasn't. It was I saw a horror movie that had a crocodile in it called Crocodile.
You want to know how many inches Rich is? He's about 5'11". Yeah, that's my answer. Yeah.
Faces are all the same.
Yeah. Family, you think?
Shut up.
Frog fractions? What's that?
All right, Dead Rising 4. Where is the giant fun mall full of zombies?
I know, like, he's not drinking orange juice, he's not playing with a bunch of silly weapons, he's not, like, you had, like, what was it? You had something that you were using, and, like, you put the zombie on it, and you're using zombies to, like, beat other zombies. I don't know if you had, like, was it some kind of drill or something?
Technically, I just drank orange juice, but it was just like, it was literally like a half-second animation. It wasn't the chug. The chug, chug, chug.
Yeah, you used to be walking around with a thing of orange juice in your arm. Chug, chug, chug.
And when I can't run again...
And there's no silly costume.
Why can't I run?
No silly costume, no silly weapons, no silly scenery.
Try your spectrum analyzer.
Game is just way too serious. Ugh.
Yay, Dead Rising 4. Oh, God. How did you go so
I
wrong?
don't think Mike's super tall. Was Mike 6 foot, maybe?
He's not super tall.
I think he's slightly taller than you, but not by
Yeah,
much.
not by too much.
We'll say 6 foot. They're both pretty average. Maybe on the tall end of average, but, you know,
Oh, there's more shit. I gotta take pictures.
not remarkable.
Look at this camera zoom on the controller.
That's fucked up.
Look at that. Look at that.
Isn't, like, Microsoft, like, the richest company ever, practically? They can't get this shit even remotely right? Oh, sure, but they can come up with ways to make sure that your Xbox knows how many people are in your living room, so you're not showing it to 7 people when you're only licensed for 6. They can work on that technology, but they can't make the freaking camera pan right? What the hell? Flipmaster says, stop, I have epilepsy. I think this game's gonna give me epilepsy.
You know what this is?
Yeah. DNA test results. They're cloning people.
Programmed by tweakers, quite
Manufacturing powder for
possibly.
zombie research. Experimenting on them, imprisoning them.
My mouse wheel is... I turned my mouse wheel... I turned the whole mouse off. Here. The mouse is getting no power.
I'm not going.
Well,
I'm gonna burn this place. That someone
okay, maybe, yeah, you have
me
a
try.
point. Maybe we should blame Capcom and not Microsoft. We'll blame Microsoft for the inability to load the game properly. We'll blame Capcom for the twitchy, glitchy camera bullshit. Somebody dropped the ball. How much did this stupid game cost retail?
I don't know.
Too much. Just not impressed. What does Rich do to unwind before bed? Takes a nice long bath and surfs the internet in the tub. Puts on the he has this like white noise thing he puts on his tablet.
That's creepy. What a shot.
Sometimes we listen to audiobooks when we're falling asleep.
Yeah, that's really good. They gotta be testing some kind of bioweaponized version of the virus here. Dick, no! No! Damn it! What the hell are you doing? What happened to get the story and get out?
Yeah, so make some French fries. No, we haven't set our kitchen on fire yet.
That's what I said. Stay fucking calm. Now you put us both in danger.
You were just gonna leave
This is still the intro.
user?
We need to get out of here.
Don't let him make toast in the tub, and don't let him use the
I'm a
curling
reporter,
iron in the
Dick.
tub.
That's what I do. I report. And if you can't do the same, if you can't take yourself out of the picture, then you should
Do you remember
get
that
the hell outta
fun
here.
Frank West voice from the first game? Yeah, boy, I'm sure glad we have Captain Serious Man instead.
I remember that the game had a sense of humor.
Captain Serious Man, he's the main character now.
I remember I'm not a huge 3D gamer. I'm not a huge gamer. I'm kind of a half-assed casual gamer. I'll admit it. Rich is the bigger gamer among us by far. But the old game was one that I enjoyed watching. I enjoyed watching you play the old one.
At this point, what would I have done by now in the original Dead Rising? Oh, I'd probably have been slaughtering a load of zombies in the lobby so I could take some pictures of all the carnage.
And you're always like, hey, Ren, look at this. And you'd show me stuff, and you'd be dressed as a sailor, killing zombies with a drill, beating zombies with other zombies. And
Oh, yeah, I would totally be, like shoving a bucket on a zombie's head.
yeah, you were,
and
like,
shoving
giggling
the
like a
drill
little
in the
kid
bucket.
and doing silly things to zombies. And it was fun, and it was fun to watch.
Here's a grenade. That's a fun weapon.
Zats took the words out of my mouth.
I have a grenade. That's a fun weapon.
He's got a sledgehammer, okay, and there's 8 million zombies who, oddly enough, have, like, blood in the same place on each one of their shirts. How's that happen?
Oh, I can't use the inventory selection because that's glitched.
You're not sitting on the keyboard or something weird like we had with our computer at home, are you?
No. The keyboard's sitting here right next to me by its
Okay,
lonesome
'cause
self.
we were wondering why we couldn't get the
Take the battery out of the keyboard and see if that
we
does
couldn't get the
anything.
little bar at the bottom of the screen to disappear on Netflix, and then I realized that I'd put his mail on top of his keyboard and it was weighing down the button, the arrow key.
Nope, it's just glitchy as fuck.
And this isn't a pre-release thing, right?
No.
This is that's kind of ridiculous. Well, we don't usually sit on the keyboard, but we've definitely been known to have an arm on it and wonder why.
I'm stuck here.
Wonder why it's not working right.
I'm stuck here because
Wonder
the
why the mouse
tutorial
isn't working
insists
right.
I open it, and I can't.
This game sucks. They said to unplug the controller and replug it again. Is that hot swappable? Worth a shot.
Oh, shh.
This game blows.
Try that.
What's 3 like? Because you're talking about 2 versus 4. Is 3 any good?
I still haven't played it.
Okay.
I should. Oh, God. Well, nope.
I mean, I thought all of the charm of Dead Rising was that you could do silly stuff. It was kind of like Grand Theft Auto version of a zombie game. You know, you could do just a lot of silly, free-spirited stuff.
Yeah, I did the tutorial where I held 2. What do you want?
They're saying it seems like a controller problem, not a game problem. That's a new controller, though, isn't it? Like, relatively? It looks like it's in decent shape.
Yeah.
I don't think there's anything wrong with the controller.
No.
Oh yeah, now we're talking.
I was just using it before the stream. I was playing Crypt of the Necrodancer and whatnot.
Yeah, you already plugged in the controller and unplugged it and
that?
replugged it. Yep, we did that
that?
already.
I think it's just a shitty port.
It said Happy Rich Year.
Thank you. Happy New Year.
At this point, there's no chance of winning you over. FTL time. FTL? FTW? Is anyone enjoying seeing this game?
I just want to get to the I know they showed the freaking mall in the
Okay.
E3. I just want to see if I can get out of this dull fucking base and into somewhere fun. There's gonna be like no one to rescue in this either. I'm sure that component of the game is gone.
Somebody
because it
said to
wasn't
shoot the
popular.
glass.
It wasn't popular. It's just
Shoot the glass?
a Die Hard reference.
Oh.
I could be wrong. I don't have a gun.
Did you perform the ritual sacrifice? They say it should be in the manual. I think if you sacrifice the right animal and say the right incantations, your glitches will go away.
Am I just supposed to kill the zombies? Kill
forever.
the zombie. Oh, God. They really fucked up, didn't they?
Yeah. Do the same thing over and over and over and over and over and... Eat him! Eat him! Eat him! No. See, I'm rooting for your death.
You're rooting for my death, huh?
For your character to die, yeah.
Why?
Then maybe you'll do something else. I hope you
How?
get into something fun. I mean, I hope there's more to this game than this. Because this looks like it's dull as shit to play.
Yeah. Locked, huh? I killed all your stupid zombies.
I mean, if you want to do the same thing over and over again, play Tetris. And Tetris is actually more fun. They want to know if Naughty Dog made this game. Is that who made the first one?
It's not that. It's not that story focused. It's just blah compared to the other one.
Remember when Dead Rising had a clown with a chainsaw?
I do. I do. Did they take the psychopaths out of this game because
They said that
they're
they
too
did.
Silly?
Somebody said that they did, and they
Are they
made
being
a comment about the
serious?
clown. Are the psychopaths taken out of this game for sure?
I think these are the gate controls. Looks like another code lock.
Who is the audience for this game?
It's not Dead Rising fans.
Somebody who doesn't mind doing the same thing over and over and over again and has a lot of anger issues? Tweakers, possibly? I don't know. They said there are no psychopaths, they removed them.
Why? Why?
It's like they tried to... Maybe they just wanted it to be all serious. Like, oh, the other ones were too silly. This is the grown-up version. It sucks. It's gonna be all serious.
Is this like, you ever seen Major League?
The movie?
Yeah.
With the baseball?
Where they deliberately try to tank the team so they can move it? Are they deliberately trying to tank the Dead Rising franchise? Is this like... Are the people who made this, because Capcom, I think they farmed this out to someone else. Are they trying to screw it up so bad that they can get the rights from Capcom cheap, and then they can make their own good Dead Rising game? Is that what this is? They're trying to devalue the franchise so much they can get it for cheap. That's my working theory.
I don't know, but so many big-name video game titles have been so very disappointing this year.
Doom and XCOM 2.
You better be at the car.
No matter what, it's been a good year.
No!
Oh, that bitch.
Oh, and but that tooth cleaning game, the No Man's Sky or whatever. The game that looks like somebody cleaning tartar off teeth.
Oh, shit!
A cash grab for schmucks who buy it on recognition, but they're not gonna bite twice, are they? So it means they're fucked for the next one. Can you spit in this game?
I don't know.
Can you spit on this game? They want awesome visuals. Motorcycle rider chomping a cigar with a machine gun, while machine gun mowing hordes of clown zombies. Hey, something.
Comic book cutscene.
Well, that's something different anyway.
It's so out of place here.
Yes.
So completely out of place. Is Dead Rising 2 the Empire Strikes Back of the franchise? No, Dead Rising 1 is. That's the best one. I know 2 had the goofy weapons, but it also had Lamey McDull protagonist, and it was a little bit too easy. 1 is perfect.
Next is the musical scene. I could go for that. Hey, hey, we're all killing zombies. Link our arms and dance across the stage. Hey, hey.
Why is this animated? Why is this so out of place? And how did the Willamette Mall get zombies again? Or are they just talking about what happened the first time? I don't know.
You want zombies? This is how you get
Hey,
zombies.
it's fine. It's fine. Rich is full of shit. What am I full of shit about? I'm not saying it's bad comic book art cutscene. I'm not saying they shouldn't do it. It's just so with Dead Rising, it's so out of place.
They just
They've never
threw it in
done
there in
anything
the
like
middle
that
of
before.
it
Yeah.
for like no apparent reason. Like, why did they choose to do that particular section as a comic book cutscene?
They didn't feel like making the models for those particular areas would be my guess in game. I don't know.
Excuse me.
Like, it's not the worst thing that's ever happened. It's just so weird in the context of this series. Where they've, like, I didn't play 3, but as far as I know, they've never done anything like that before. Whatever.
I really thought that would work.
I can't say the move your leg.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It seems I have some time in my hands. What do you want to talk about? I know who you are.
They said it looks like it sucks. It looks like a mess.
Commander of the ZDC.
They want to know why he's so thin.
Very much.
Well, he probably hasn't been eating much with a zombie apocalypse.
The DDC's mandate is to respond to zombies on U.S. soil.
Yes, and confine and silence anybody who knows the truth. Well, I'll up on it. Thank you.
It's happening
Wow,
again.
that voice is terrible.
What is?
An outbreak.
I didn't see anything on the news. How long has it been going on?
Going on 6 weeks now.
Doesn't even resemble the old voice actor.
It's a long time to silence an entire town.
Not for them.
Who?
The Pentagon.
Wow.
What did you see there?
Biggest disappointment of 2016?
You know what I saw.
Frank?
Expected.
The only reason I found out was because somebody screwed up. They passed me a top-level report.
Stream was started 56 minutes and 21 seconds ago.
Okay.
I have yet to see anyone who's actually
What do you want on me?
searching that.
I want a game that doesn't suck. Why is this game so bad?
All the satellite photos have been updated in 4 months.
Old voice actor was excited to come back to. Why didn't they go with the old voice actor? Am I right about it being a Canadian tax break thing, where they needed to hire a Canadian actor? No, I'm not kidding.
Why? What do you get if you?
I've
hire
heard
a
that's why.
Canadian?
I have heard that's why they recast Garrett in Thief.
2 steps ahead of me on this.
That you get some kind of like funding to make your product if you're everyone involved in making it is Canadian.
Okay.
Do you know how many outbreaks?
I don't know if that's true.
And from whom? From the government of Canada?
Yeah.
No thank yous, no
The
flowers,
company that made,
contact.
I don't know who made this one for sure, but I think the last 2 were made by a Canadian dev team.
Headline Award 2006. You exposed the first zombie outbreak on U.S. soil. Photographed the whole thing. You got some medals, a few letters behind your name. Honorary, of course.
Yeah, but let's get to the point.
Like, I'm not even bothering to give it a chance. I'm not reviewing
The
this.
entire U.S. government.
I'm playing this casually,
They bury me.
and streams are always a bad way to experience games. And by the way, as far as giving it a chance, they did a shit job with the controller controls. That's not a giving it a chance issue. That's a we can all see the glitchiness on the screen.
And I'm under no obligation to be fair to it. I'm not reviewing it. I'm just looking at it and thinking, gee, I remember I much
Some big gains.
much more enjoyed watching the first one.
Win back something.
Thank you. We talked about doing the first 4 hours of this, but time-wise it didn't work out. We didn't have time before Jack left.
Rip this up from under you.
What the hell are you talking about?
He comes back sometime in January.
All right. Can I skip this?
Are they on a plane?
Don't know. Don't care.
I would not say that Rich likes very few video games. That's not true at all.
Because I don't.
As a percentage of all video games, maybe.
I don't like a lot of the ones that are super popular. My tastes have never been that mainstream with games.
True.
Like, nobody talks about Maximo. I fucking love Maximo.
But there
when
are
that
probably
came out.
literally hundreds of games that you like.
Yeah,
Frank!
but I don't like Final Fantasy. That means I don't like anything.
I mean, and you're I know you're crazy about Harvest Moon and Stardew Valley.
Yeah.
We need some of this gear. Hold them off!
I know you were really big on the first game in this series.
Second one's not bad. I like the first one more, but the second one's not bad.
XCOM and FTL, you're always playing XCOM. Mm-hmm. He's literally always playing XCOM.
I've been trying to do a playthrough where I don't lose anybody on classic difficulty. I can't do it. I can't fucking do it.
I'll hear him
I
like,
can't get past month 3.
I'll-
I've been trying for the last month and a half to do it,
something like that.
and I've gotten past month 3 twice, and once I just made a really dumb mistake, and it was on a supply UFO. That doesn't mean much to you if you don't play XCOM. If you do, those missions are always a bitch, and I let my guard down when I shouldn't have. Got caught with my pants down. And another time, I think I just lost someone during the base defense. It was just shitty luck.
Yeah, I'll just be, you
And
know.
those are the only 2 times the last month and a half I have made it past month 3 without losing a life. So I've only gotten past month 3 twice.
I'll hear him in the middle of the night going, "Oh, damn it!" And I'm like, "What's the matter?" I lost a soldier. Oh, you're playing that game again. Got it. I'm glad it's not something serious.
Jeez, this is all. The open world is all follow the person to the objective. It's not the open world.
Can you hit him in the head with that thing?
Well, like, I can do this now, I can save that person, and there's time limits and everything.
Can you whack him in the head?
Fine, just meet me at the hotel.
No?
No, I can't whack this guy in the head!
That's not cool.
No!
I'll at least let you take out some of your frustration.
Let me do something fun! I could do that in the old game! I used to love hitting Aaron because he was such a jerk.
You're like going right through him. He's like a fucking ghost.
Oh.
Oh. Ow.
I don't care.
Oh. You know what would make this game worthwhile? If it was set in Lincoln Mall.
How weird that that went viral.
I know.
Tell people about that.
There's a mall near where Rich grew up called Lincoln Mall.
Well, it used to be.
Used to be. It closed
A few years
2
ago.
years ago, I think. 1
or
year
3.
ago. It closed not that long ago, and a couple months ago, people released pictures of it on the internet.
There's like a video of
Yeah.
the abandoned mall. Somebody traipsing around.
It's full of dead trees and destroyed displays and
It was just weird seeing that.
Yeah.
'Cause that was the mall of my childhood. That's where Rich Evans met Santa Claus.
yeah,
Every year we went and
sitting on his lap. And
sat in Santa's lap. Yeah, at the Lincoln
tell him
Mall.
what you want. What do you want for Christmas, little boy?
I'm at the hotel entrance. You coming? I guess.
Now we're old. If we want something for Christmas, we gotta buy it ourselves. Santa don't give a shit. Why does this mall look like the Temple of Doom?
I don't know.
This is a mall, right? Or are
I'm
you
not-
in the Temple
I
of
think
Doom?
so, but I'm not sure.
Why is it darker than before?
I know the zombies look good. What is weird about the zombies to me? I'm trying to put my finger on it.
They're freakishly shiny.
Too shiny from blood? Yeah, and it's weird. They should just look like corpses. But they don't just look like corpses. They look like glow corpses. Why are they glow corpses?
I don't know. Why is everything black and white again? Like, even that tree is gray. Is this like Viagra is supposed to make people see blue? Does like zombie virus make people not have color vision?
What a horribly inefficient use of space this area is. This is a mall. Like, what is this for? This, they would want as much
Retail space?
retail space as possible, so they're making money off of the rents and whatnot.
So they can say, look, we put textures on these rocks. Aren't you impressed? There's textures. Oh boy. Apparently you get textures or colors, because... What the hell? Oh, there's the color again.
Yeah, that's when you're low on health.
Oh, okay.
So when you're low on health, they punish you by making the screen look ugly.
Oh, okay. I mean, color's like one of the few pleasures this game has, when it even has them. Well, being almost dead makes that happen? Okay. Oh, you must be almost dead again. Malls are dying? Yeah. I don't think this is what they meant. Just think it's a mini golf course. That would be a pretty fancy mini golf course. They want to know if it just came out or if it sold poorly. How long? It's been out a while, hasn't it?
Not too long, I don't think. A couple weeks?
Said it's your worst stream ever.
Really?
Aww.
Really? You going that far? Worst ever?
I gotta tell some more of your dirty little secrets now, I guess. He doesn't have any. Now, you know what Rich's physical dimensions are, and you know that I'm not terribly skinny. Just imagine us at Christmas time for 3 nights sleeping on a twin bed.
That's not a dirty secret. That's
It's not
just
a
an
secret.
uncomfortable sleeping arrangement.
It's uncomfortable. I know. Well, there wasn't room for it to be dirty. Like, excuse me, could you move over just a little bit so I can perch on my other hip?
Wait, I don't even escort that guy anywhere? He just runs away?
You gained a skill point.
Fucked up so bad.
Ugh.
They fucked up so bad. So bad.
It's a game. It's supposed to be fun.
It's not.
If I want monotony,
look,
I'll go to work.
It's at least a game. I've played a lot of games lately. They're just story, interactive story, the story. At least I'm hitting things, but it's like nowhere near as good as the other ones is the problem.
It doesn't seem like it has any fun.
Eh. Compared to Firewatch, there's fun. There's no reason I wouldn't rather just play Dead Rising 1 or 2.
And that one came out, what, about 10 years ago?
Yeah, something like that at this point.
We don't got no stinking futon.
Oh, and there's no time limit. I don't have to worry about fucking around. No, that's nice. Why are there... Who builds paths like this in a mall? This can't be a mall.
That looks like the paths that I build in my roller coaster tycoon thing.
And they're crazy. So... Dead Rising Off the Record was great. Yeah, Dead Rising Off the Record is basically... It's Dead Rising 2, the special edition is what it is. They're kind of the same.
Oh, orange juice.
To some extent.
Can you eat the
same
fish?
thing.
Can you beat people up with a fish?
Hold on. I don't want to...
You gotta beat
They're
people up with a
kind
fish.
of fast zombies, so I don't have time to mess around and have fun. I've got to keep them off my back, which is kind of annoying. I miss the slow zombies.
Swordfish.
He won't pick it up.
Oh.
There we go.
Yeah. There we go. That's more like it. This is getting better. Stabbing people with a swordfish. It's a lot of blood. For somebody without a functioning circulatory system, these guys sure do know how to squirt it out.
You say that again?
For somebody without a functioning circulatory system, these zombies sure know how to squirt out the blood.
Oh, that's not what you said. Look, you.
Squirt it out?
Yeah. That's what you said.
Well, you can make of that whatever you like.
I like to make things of it.
Okay. Well, this is like a little bit more interesting than when you were in that little glass prison, hitting people with a sledge.
Yeah. I don't understand what the hell this area is. This am I on a go-kart path? What is this?
The gratuitous money spending mall. No mall would waste space like this.
I am literally 13. Chat is saying. What, because of that joke? Eh.
You said squirt it out. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to.
Oh, somebody says there's a go-kart area up soon. Well, that might be interesting. I like the poinsettias. Very Christmassy. It's still one hell of a weird mall. Doesn't he ever, like, just slip and fall on all that blood?
Eh, should.
Blood's slippery. And when it's not being slippery, it's tacky.
I'm trying to make sense of this layout, and I can't do it.
Is that like a broken plane crashed into it or something?
Yeah, we skipped the cutscene. That's probably what happened.
Mario Kart meets Resident Evil. It might be worth more than $1. Oh, so that's a bar.
Brass knuckles suck.
You seem to be having better luck getting people with swordfish. Somebody says to get pasta. Is pasta a weapon? Molotov. Can you blow people up with that?
Presumably. Or is it?
How about a Mario Kart where you
Well,
run over zombies with your
I
with your
can't
Mario
pick it up
go-kart?
because these are swarming, somewhat fast zombies. They're not like the slow ones where I can take my time and have fun with them as much.
How about a Mario Kart where you're running, trying to run zombies over with your cart? Dang. Oh yeah, it is a Molotov cocktail. Haven't gotten to come on many streams lately because of work, but I'm happy to see 2016 go out on a Rich and Karen stream. Sorry the game sucked. Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you too, Dice Stefano 87. Or D or D Stefano. Mario Kart where you run over zombies, that's Carmageddon. You have a point. I'm too sober for this stream. Me too. Yeah, it's all red-brown colored to everyone, with the possible exception of people who are colorblind, who might be getting a better experience in this game.
Thank you.
Miami Vice font. It's a rebuilt mall that is nothing like the original, a good metaphor for the game itself. Yeah, pretty much.
Nice.
Rich, the yellow arrow.
Oh, I don't care.
Did Force Awakens kill Carrie Fisher?
No.
See what the relationship
It
is.
may have killed their plans for Princess Leia in the other movies, though.
Oh no, they'll just CGI her. Like they
Oh,
CGI'd
God,
all
like
that
they
other
did...
shit.
You didn't see Rogue One.
You told me about it. Oh. Rich and I were talking about this, and we're like, there are a lot of Star Wars nerds in this world. Why couldn't they just find cast one who physically resembled that guy instead of CGIing him?
They did it with Carrie Fisher, too. They did young Princess Leia as a mannequin.
I'm sure they could have found somebody in all of, put out a casting call in all of Star Wars fandom. There's got to be somebody out there who, with some makeup, can be a halfway passable, look-alike. I didn't see Rogue One yet. I asked Rich if it was worth seeing, and he's like, well, and he kind of told me what happened, and I was like, I'll wait till it comes to video. I'll see it, I'm just being cheap. I'll see it when I can just rent it or something.
Oh, is there a case file I can work? Oh, there's just the one linear story. Oh.
Yeah, CGI is just not quite there yet. I mean, it's not quite as freaky looking as it was when they did Polar Express.
Grand Moff Tarkin is.
You think he's...
I think he's as freaky as the Polar Express people, yes.
Right, that's my point, that it's still uncanny.
Yeah.
That they haven't yet managed to fully emulate the expressiveness and all of the wrinkles and all of the planes that a human face moves in.
Grand Moff Tarkin is one of the worst CGI effects I've seen in a special effects movie in years. He looks awful.
And I mean, I think it'll get there
And
eventually.
And he's prominent. He looks awful and he's prominent.
But for right now, I think they'd be better off just hiring a human being who physically resembles him. It's gotta be somebody.
That would have been a smart thing to do.
I mean, yeah, that human being wouldn't look exactly like him, but neither does the CGI. It wouldn't be distracting. Tarkin gained a lot of wrinkles in the 2 weeks between Rogue One and A New Hope. Did cocaine kill Carrie Fisher? That's rather difficult to say.
No idea.
I don't think there's any kind of toxicology thing. They're saying she died of a cardiac arrest. Whether...
How old was she?
60 or 50 or something? I don't even remember. I mean, generally people have heart disease for a variety, it's a number of factors coming together and trying to say how big a role one factor or another. I mean, assuming that she didn't have a cardiac arrest 5 minutes after she snorted something, and I don't think anyone's saying that she did have that. I mean, did drug use play a role in the development of her cardiovascular disease? Possibly some percentage, and genetics and diet and stress. 60.
Okay. She's younger than I thought she was. And you know what? I blame her lifestyle for that.
It's hard to say. It's probably, I mean, none of these things have one cause.
Looking at her in The Force Awakens, I would have thought she was near 70.
Well, maybe she liked to hit the tanning
maybe she wasn't
salon.
quite that bad, but
Maybe she liked to hit the tanning booth. Who knows?
the way she was talking, she had an old woman voice. I can't barely.
Yeah.
That's how she sounded to me.
Maybe she had an underlying medical condition. Like MS or something.
Like did too much drugs.
I'm not saying it's not a factor. I'm just saying that may or may not have been a big percentage of the problem for her. It's entirely possible that she coked it up through the 70s and 80s and yet died mostly of things completely unrelated to that. Who knows? It happens.
Let's try it.
Keith Richards is not only still alive, but in recent years he started to look better. For a while he looked like some kind of freaky troll, and now he just looks like some kind of superannuated raisin.
Kinda itchy.
Yeah, smoking is not good for your cardiovascular. Smoking cigarettes is never good for anyone's cardiovascular system.
All right.
George Michael, I think that when they saying that he died of cardiac arrest, like he had a heart attack or something.
Yeah, that's what I heard. Well, I don't know if they had a cause of death yet. Last I heard. So.
I think Keith Richards is pickled. He's marinated in whatever combination of soluble chemicals.
I just want to know what the grand finale is going to be on New Year's Eve.
The combination has an effect like formaldehyde.
I want to know the grand finale New Year's Eve. Who's going to die? It's got to be huge.
I'll tell you, he was a little young, but heart attack in your sleep. If you gotta go, you could do worse. I wanna go when I'm like, 99 or something of a heart attack in my sleep. None of that lingering shit. You got a little car. Is it a pedal car? It's probably electric, but it'd be much cuter if you could see his legs going. Oh, Betty White.
I can't.
No, she needs to live forever.
No! Yeah.
She needs to live forever.
Betty White on New Year's Eve.
Oh no.
That's a reasonable call.
I love that one comment she says where she says like something I don't remember the exact quote, but that my favorite thing that she said was the one about where she's talking about people say that you should grow a pair of balls, and she goes, but balls are delicate and sensitive. You should grow a vagina. Those things really take a pounding. She's great.
On Windows 10, you cannot drive the go-kart with the controller.
Well, that's true. Heart attack can be a painful death, but cardiac arrest in and of itself might not be. Just stopping.
I had to switch to the keyboard to steer the go-kart. I am not doing this with the controller. It won't let me here. No, wait. I can steer with the controller, but I can't
It makes you
accelerate.
switch back and forth from the keyboard?
It's just poorly designed. It's just the controller support is terrible on this.
Well, that's why it's got roads like this, so that you can drive your little go-kart around.
Which is weird. Dead Rising is a game I don't mind using the controller for. I mean, I'm not set up right now to do keyboard and mouse. I don't mind using keyboard and mouse.
Kirk Douglas, yeah,
But
he's on borrowed time.
It's weird that they've done this terribly.
I've got another
He's been
one.
dead for years.
I've got another one, and I don't want to see him go either.
He's lost his mind, Kirk Douglas.
Jimmy Carter.
Yeah.
He's way up there. He's been suffering with cancer. Wouldn't shock me if he went this year.
May just be the controller. This is our Xbox controller that we use for everything we've ever done on the stream. We've never had a problem with it. It's a regulation Xbox One controller.
And they keep their stream room pretty clean. Things don't get abused. I mean, it's in pristine condition. There's no reason to think that controller has
this particular controller
suffered any kind of an assault.
Only
insult.
gets used when we stream.
Yeah. Bill Clinton dies in bed, not his own, someone else's.
Betty White's a pretty safe bet. Betty White's a low payout on the dead.
How about Billy Graham. He's way up there, too.
No, he's a prick. He'll live forever.
Yeah, this color does get more washed out as you take damage. I don't know if there's degrees or if there's, like, washed out and not washed out, but it's definitely a damage thing.
Yeah, your penalty is the game gets really ugly.
Yeah, I wanted Leonard Cohen to live forever. Because he was still making stuff that mattered. Harrison Ford?
Yeah, Betty White.
You have died of dysentery. That's some serious dysentery. It's blood all over everything.
I still say, if just
Billy Corgan, smashed by a pumpkin.
just with the year of many tragedies, for the bad year, Donald Trump would be going out with a bang.
The Pope?
Losing a president.
People
Now,
like him. He's popular.
Sure. Alright, what are we doing? I'm done with this game. For now.
Something fun.
I think if I want to play Dead Rising, I'm going to go play 1 or 2, possibly 3. I've never played 3.
They
3
want...
might be, 3 might be okay.
Somebody says play FTL, please. Patrick Stewart, no, he needs to live forever. Stan Lee, he's up there. Stan Lee's very much up there.
Stan Lee's another safe bet.
Yeah, he is. He's a old dude.
Stan Lee's... He's on the slate for 2017. I am calling it. Stan Lee is not going to make it out of 2017 alive.
George Lucas, I don't think he's sick or anything. He could live for a while. He's not that old, is he?
He's
70?
older than Carrie. Well, older than Carrie Fisher. You know, he's up there with Harrison.
Yeah, but they're like 70. They could live another 20 years.
Oh yeah, nobody dies when they're 70.
Sure. Stan Lee turned 94 today, or Mole Ratcall turned 94 today?
That would be Stan Lee.
Do we have any 94-year-olds listening? That would be kind of cool. Queen Elizabeth. Yeah, she's no child.
That would be another one to go out with a bang for 2016. Yes.
Yeah.
She'll be hanging out. Yeah, she'll be hanging out with Trump. It'll be like a diplomatic meeting on New Year's Eve, and there'll be a whole bunch of famous people there for the party, and a terrorist will fly a plane into the building, right into Trump Tower.
No.
On New Year's Eve, 2016.
No, it'll be a big Trump thing, and the Queen will be there, and she'll die, and Trump will be annoyed that she's getting all the attention because she died.
We'll lose Trump, we'll lose Obama, we'll lose Queen Elizabeth, we'll lose whoever's in charge of France right now, they'll be there. It'll just be a fucking bloodbath.
Is it the NSA at the door?
Arnold Schwarzenegger will be there. Everybody who's going to be in Trump's cabinet will be there. Betty White will be there for some reason with Stan Lee.
And Billy Graham to give a speech to open up the...
Paul McCartney.
Jimmy
They'll all
Carter.
be in Trump Tower on New Year's Eve. And a terrorist is going to fly a plane into the building. That's how the year ends.
Animus Prime says Milwaukee FBI is being mobilized right now. Does Milwaukee have an FBI?
I'm just making predictions. Clint Eastwood has good genes. His mother lived to be like 100 or something, right?
Yeah, but was he 90?
I remember
He's no kid.
years and years ago he won an Oscar for something, and he said he'd like to thank his mother for her genes.
Yeah.
Because she was still around.
Jamie Farr. Oh, Chuck Berry. How old is he now? He's way up there.
We'll play a game. I gotta motivate myself after this.
No, I can't see anybody.
Well, I know. I gotta find a way to stop the game from happening.
Why no face cam? Because we were too lazy to set one up, I think.
Yeah. That's got a lot to do with it.
We look exactly like we did last time you saw us. I took a shower before I came here, so my hair was wet, but it's probably dry now, so they look like me.
Alright, what do we got?
FBI, Milwaukee FBI deals mainly with illegal cow tipping.
All right, we got FTL, or I can continue with that previous XCOM run, and we'll play that one through to the end eventually. The one with everybody's named after somebody in the chat.
Is that a penis or a chili pepper?
So what do we think? FTL or XCOM? Convince me, chat, one way or the other.